The Bible inside this box is one that you helped bring to life. That's right. Back in January, when I did my Best Bibles Being Released in 2025 video, I shared that Steadfast Bibles and 316 Publishing, the publisher of the Legacy Standard Bible, the LSB, had not yet decided what they were going to do next, but that they reached out to me and said, "Hey, Tim, we want to get some input from your viewers." So they created an online questionnaire. We shared the link with you, and many of you filled that out. And the results of that questionnaire were this Bible right here, the LSB Handy Size Inside Column Reference Bible, red letter. They've taken a couple of my favorite Bibles, the LSB Handy Size, one of the original ones they ever made, a beautiful single column, simple design, and they've taken the Inside Column Reference Bible, a really big, meaty Bible with inside column references, but still single column. They've combined these two. They basically shrunk this Bible down to this size. Inside column reference Bible in handy size with, yes, red letters. I know a lot of you are going to be excited to check this out. I have not opened this box yet. Are you ready? I'm going to show it to you real quick. There you have it. LSB, all of the information, 316 Publishing. Let's do this. Ooh, wrapped up really nicely. Now they're releasing this in 3 different options, multiple colorways in each one. So this looks like it's going to be goatskin. I didn't even check. Is it goatskin? It doesn't say on the box. Oh yeah, it does. Goatskin is one of the goatskin options. There's 3 goatskin options. There's a couple of cowhide options. The goatskin is edge-lined. There's a couple of cowhide options, and then there's some synthetic leather options as well. Wow. That is really nice. A lovely, pebbly grain goatskin. A perimeter stitch around the outside. Raised spine. Oh, I got the 5 solas version. So it's got the 5 solas of the Reformation. So it's got raised spine hubs, the 5 solas. There's another black edition that doesn't have the 5 solas. It just has the LSB logo and it says Steadfast Bibles on it, that sort of thing. This is not a full yap, but it's a generous yap Bible. It doesn't touch, but it's very generous. On the inside, you've got a lovely patterned gilt line. You've got beautiful red under gold art gilding, edge-lined construction, lovely, lovely Bible. And it's a nice mid-sized Bible. I think we're going to do a little bit of comparing here in a second. I think it's bigger than the handy size. Is it? Nope, it's the exact same size. So there's the original handy size. It just looks a little bit bigger because of the leather. Original handy size Bible. So these are just a hair under 6 inches wide and a little over 8 inches tall. I wrote it down over here. 5.9 by 8.2 is the size of these Bibles. This looks and feels great. It's like right in that lovely sweet spot of being a mid-sized Bible. Let's get the ribbons out here. I see there's 3 ribbons on this edition. Now you're going to want to go to their website. I'll put a link in the video description. You're going to want to go to their website if you're not sure that you want the goatskin edition, but you might be interested in one of the cowhide editions or the synthetic leather editions. They're going to have slightly different specs in terms of like how many ribbons they have and what colors they are and stuff like that. But the bulk of this is going to be very similar. This is absolutely beautiful. It's a lovely single column design with look at how big that inside column is. A big, wide inside column for the cross references in there. That looks really, really nice. It's got a 9.5 point typeface on this Bible, which is very readable. It's got red accents on the page for the page headers, the page numbers, the chapter numbers. This looks really, really good. I love inside column cross references because they push the text of the Bible out so that it's not in the gutter, and they're kind of there when you need them, but they're out of the way when you don't. So if you're not a big power user of cross references, this is a really nice option, but again, they're there when you need them. This looks great. It's 32 GSM paper. They print and bind these in Korea, and their Bibles are really nice, high quality Bibles. I'm even seeing here as I hop in, you see the word Yahweh. That's one of the telltale things about the LSB is that they've translated the ancient word that is many translations appears in the Old Testament as Lord in small caps. They translate it as Yahweh. So that's one of the things that a lot of people like about the LSB. Let's see what the red letter looks like. Ooh, it's a big, bold red letter that really pops off the page in the Gospels. Check that out. That's nice. I like red letter when it contrasts nicely with the black letter, and it really does pop. I don't want my red letter Bibles to be faint or hard to read. this is not hard to read. This looks really, really great. I love the design of this. It's very simple, verse by verse. It's got that big margin in the center, so the textual, the references and things are at the top and bottom, so there's a little bit of space in the middle of the page. If you wanted to write some stuff in there, you could. I like that a lot. This is nice. This is great. Let's compare it real quick to this guy over here. So it does have full set of, I think it's like 95,000 cross-references, 14,000 translator notes. These Bibles are fully loaded reference Bibles, but you're getting it in a slightly smaller size. This, the original Inside Column Reference Bible, this is a huge Bible. It is a big, it's like bigger than a study Bible. And that's because it has an 11-point typeface. Like I know many of you out there, like I love the bigger the typeface, the better. Well, this is massive, an 11-point typeface. It looks really, it's not red letter, but it's like a huge, huge Bible. So let's go here. Page 860. Oh, I almost turned right to it. 862. Literally the exact same Bible. It's the exact same layout. The pagination matches. So if you already have one of the big ones, you can then see this side by side, and this looks really cool because you can just kind of compare. So if you, some people like this, not everybody does, but you have the big one, you can then use that as your desk Bible, study in it, write in it, highlight it, stuff like that. And then you have the slightly smaller version that you can take with you on the go, and it still matches. So you have a familiarity going back and forth between the Bible you take with you on the go, that you travel with, that you take with you to work or to school or whatever, and the Bible that sits at home at your desk, that sort of stuff. I can't imagine anybody wanting to carry this big guy around all the time unless you really just needed it for your eyesight. But when we go to this one, you notice, we get into the Gospel of Luke, it does not have red letters, so it's just a black letter text. I would love to hear from you. If you're a red letter person, I made a video on this a few years ago about the history of red letters and why they're there. And I've shared on my channel, but it's not my favorite thing. Like I'm not a huge red letter person. I don't mind it. And I really, if it's going to be in there, I want it to be done well like this one is. I think it looks really nice. And so I'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments. Are you a red letter person or not? And maybe share why you feel one way or the other in there. This is great. This is, I think that what I've said over the years is I did a video that's done really well over the last couple of years about, is the Legacy Standard Bible here to stay? A relatively new translation, very similar to the NASB 95. And I think the reason why it's doing so well and more people are using the LSB, A, it's a great translation, right? They did a solid job with the work from the translators and how they released it and everything like that. But it really matters what the kind of Bibles that you produce. And Steadfast has done a great job of releasing really nice high-end premium Bibles, affordable Bibles. This one I think I got for like 20, 25 bucks when it first came out. Like very, very affordable Bibles that are still high quality on the inside. The paper's great. Everything looks really good. But then they have unique designs like this that you can get a little bit of something for everyone when you're looking for an LSB Bible. And they've built out a good line of Bibles in only just a few years. I've probably reviewed, this is probably like the 9th or 10th LSB Bible that I've reviewed in the last few years. All shapes and sizes, references, not references, single column, double column, large print, giant print, compact, personal size, thin line. Like they've really filled out their line of Bibles very well over the past few years. And I get messages from people all the time saying, hey, the LSB, man, the LSB is awesome. I've already said to my publisher, when it's time for us to do an update of my book, Bible Translations for Everyone, I put a little blurb about the LSB in one of the catch-all chapters at the end, but it's going to have to get its own chapter because it's really legitimized itself as a very trustworthy, great translation of the Bible that a lot of people are reading. And it's cool to see that. How cool is it that a Bible publisher reached out to me and said, we'd like to get input from your viewers. They put this thing out there, and then they actually made the Bible that most people wanted from them. That's really cool. I just think that it's neat to see what they're doing, and they've taken this translation, and I think they're stewarding it very, very well with great additions of the Bible. So the Inside Column Reference Bible, handy size, red letter, now available from Steadfast Bibles. Again, 3 goatskin options that are all edge-lined, 2 paste-down cowhide options, and at least 2 synthetic leather options that are paste-down as well. I will put a link in the video description to the 316 website so you can see all of the different versions of this Bible. I don't know if they're available on places like Amazon and christianbook.com, but if they are, I'll put those links in the video description as well. But these are fantastic, high-quality Bibles. If you haven't checked out the LSB, this might be a really good entry-level version because it's a little bit unique in the fact that it's verse by verse, single column, inside column references. If you don't have something like this is a really cool way to read and study the Bible. I think it's very, very unique. This is absolutely awesome. If you already have one of these, I would love to hear from you, or if you have questions about this Bible, you can drop those in the comments and I will try to get back to you with a response. Thank you so much to Steadfast Bibles and 316 Publishing for sharing this with me so that I can share it with you. If you enjoy videos like this, click that like button. If you want to see more of them, then subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so YouTube will let you know every time I have a new Bible review video coming out. Definitely surf around on my channel. There's lots of, I'll put a link to the playlist of LSB Bible videos that I have in the video description as well, so you can go back and watch all of those videos that I've done about anything Legacy Standard Bible related. So again, thanks to Steadfast and 316, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.